new Ryzen 9800X3D is finally here and it's the fastest gaming CPU in the entire market. However, if you want to buy it, you need the right components not to bottleneck this processor. For that reason, I show you the best gaming PC builds with this Ryzen 9800X3D with no bottlenecks and also no temp or power issues. That way you enjoy the smoothest level of performance. I'll mention specific PC recommendations for 1080p, 1440p and even 4K resolution. The link to these PCs will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability in your region. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. Before starting, I want to mention out of the new Ryzen 9800X3D when it comes to gaming. The 9800X3D is the fastest gaming processor in the market and it is faster than the previous fastest processor in the 7800X3D. So if you are looking for the fastest level of performance out of your CPU, especially if you play high CPU demanding titles or if you play high FPS esports shooters like Fortnite, Valorant, CS2 and those type of competitive titles at 1080p, then the 9800X3D is a great purchase. It's also amazing if you want to pair it with a really high-end graphics card like the RTX 4090. However, if you're going to be playing at 1440p or 4K resolution, for most games and most people, there's not going to be a real difference between the 9800X3D and the 7700X, for example. So if you want a CPU that can do it all, content creation, streaming, gaming, all of that at the same time, I mean the 7700X is about $200 less and provides really similar performance when it comes to 1440p and 4K in most games. But again, it's really up to you and you will have both the 7700X and the 9800X3D in the video description. So to recap, get the 9800X3D if you just want the fastest CPU in the entire market and you want a really high-end GPU alongside it, or if you play esports shooters or just any high CPU demanding game. On the other hand, if you are like most people and you play at 1440p or 4K and you are not planning to play competitively, then getting a 7700X for $200 less might be the better option in terms of value, and with that money that you have left, you can actually get a faster graphics card which will make the gaming performance much better. Now let's continue with the PC builds. With the first PC we have the best value esports PC / 1080p Ultra gaming system. With this one you can play any esports game that you want, 500 plus FPS on average, so you can easily fit a 540Hz 1080p monitor and you can also play any game at 1080p, very high FPS, even the most high demanding titles, and you can also play on high to ultra settings at 1440p resolution in case you want a higher resolution monitor. The reason why this is possible is because alongside this 9800X3D you get the RX 6800XT graphics card, which is one of the best value graphics cards in the entire market for 1080p and 1440p resolution gaming. So this system is ideal for you either if you want the highest FPS for the price for esports games at 1080p and you also want to play those high demanding games, or if you want to play at 1440p and you want the cheapest gaming PC that you can get with this 9800X3D processor. For the rest of the components you get a premium air cooler, so you will have no temps issues or anything like that. Then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, which makes it an amazing PC for streaming and content creation on the side. Then you get a 1TB NVMe SSD, so really fast storage as well, and you get an amazing value case with pre-installed fans and plenty of airflow. The price for this system is $1,250 by the time of filming, but maybe when you're watching this the price is different, so I do recommend you checking those links in the description if you want to see the latest prices and availability. Now if you have more money to spend, you can get the best value high-end gaming PC with the 9800X3D. This one is more of a higher end system compared to the last one and it's ideal for 1440p ultra, very high FPS or even 4K resolution high to ultra settings. So you pick your monitor resolution, it doesn't really matter if you go with 1080p, 1440p or 4K because you can play at any resolution with this system. The reason why is because alongside the 9800X3D processor you get the RTX 4070 Ti super graphics card or the RX 7900XT from AMD. Both of these GPUs will allow you you to play any game that you want at 120 plus FPS at 1440p, high demanding titles by the way, and you can expect 500 plus FPS on average, competitive settings at 1440p resolution. Then if you want to play at 4K, you can expect around 70 plus FPS on average in high demanding games. But if you turn on DLSS or FSR, which is the upscaler from AMD or Nvidia, then you can achieve closer to 80 to 90 plus FPS depending on the game and depending on the settings. So very fast system whether you go with Nvidia or AMD. I do recommend you going with Nvidia if you want a better level of ray tracing performance, you want DLSS to be your upscaler, which is better than FSR from AMD. However, if you want the best price to performance graphics card, meaning that you spend less money and you get basically the same level of gaming performance, then go for the AMD RX 7900 XT. The price for this system is around $1,500 if you go with the AMD 7900 XT, and then if you go with the Nvidia 4070 Ti Super, the price for the entire system will be around $1,630. And before we get into the best high-end 9800 X3D gaming system, I want to say that I'm offering PC help right now basically for free. So if you're interested in me telling you which PC to buy depending on your budget and your needs, then that's going to be the top link in the description. Continuing with the video, now we have the best high-end gaming PC with this Ryzen 7 9800 X3D CPU, and the reason why this is the best high-end one is because you get the RTX 4080 Super graphics card or the RX 7900 XTX. So these GPUs will allow you to play at 4K resolution high to ultra settings with no issues, no matter the game. So it's going to be ideal if you want to play at 4K or if you want a future-proof 1440p system. For 1440p, both the 4080 Super and the 7900 XTX are usually an overkill for most games. For a future-proof 1440p graphics card, these ones are ideal in case you want to play high demanding titles for the next few years. Now, in terms of the exact level of performance, you can expect 500 plus FPS once again for esports games, but this time at 4K resolution, so you can basically max out any monitor refresh rate, whether it's a 4K 240Hz one, 1440p 480Hz, or 1080p 540Hz. And then for the rest of the components, you get a liquid cooler here, so much better cooling. Then you get 2 TB of SSD, so plenty of storage, and 32 gigs of DDR5 memory for you to enjoy the best level of streaming performance as well. The price is going to be around $1,850 if you go with the 7900 XTX, or around $2,000 if you go with the Nvidia RTX 4080 Super by the time of filming. And then I have one more PC for you that I recommend you buying if you want the 9800 X3D. If you are a complete baller and you just want to invest a lot of money in your gaming PC and you have a lot of money to invest, then I recommend you getting the best of the best. This is going to be the fastest gaming PC on the entire market by the time of filming, because alongside the 9800 X3D, which as you know is the fastest CPU for gaming in the market, you get the fastest GPU for gaming in the market in the RTX 4090. Now this one is really expensive, but if you want the best of the best, you want to play at 4K ultra settings and achieve the highest FPS, then this one is going to be the perfect one for you. On top of this, you get a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, which is bigger than any cooler I mentioned before. Luckily for us, the 9800 X3D doesn't need this amount of cooling, but if you end up upgrading the CPU down the line to something that's more beefy in the next few years from AMD, then this cooler is going to be perfect. Now the price for this system is about $3,100 by the time of filming, so as you can see, not cheap by any means, but again, if you want the best of the best, and some people have to have the best of the best, this one is for you. And as I said before, if you want me to help you find the right computer for your budget and needs, that's going to be the top link in the description, where I'm giving personal PC help basically for free. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.